Afghan forces have pulled out of bases in the southern province of Helmand after months of heavy fighting with the Taliban. The commander of the Afghan army says troops are pulling back from the districts of Musakala and Nawzad. They're on routes that link Kabul with the south and the west. Some provincial council members believe the retreat will mean more advances for the Taliban. However, the deputy chief of staff for the Afghan army says the withdrawal is not a sign of weakness, but a part of a new strategy in the battle against the Taliban.
We've decided to pull out our troops from their defensive positions and make them ready for an offensive role in the coming year. This new movement is part of a new strategy. Those troops who have been pulled out from the Musakala and Nawzad districts are still on the ground. They have not been flown out or gone anywhere else. We are providing them with new training and equipping them better in order to get them ready for a spring offensive.
Jennifer Glasse is in Kabul with more.
The Afghan military says it's removed its forces from Nawzad. That's the second district in northern Helmand province that its forces have retreated from in the past week. Now, the Afghan army says this is part of a strategic move, that when you have fighting going on, as you do in Helmand province against the Taliban, that sometimes you retreat, sometimes you advance, that they expect in the coming weeks or days to launch a major offensive in Helmand to take back large areas of that province from the Taliban. They've been fighting the Taliban down there for the past year or so, and the Taliban have been able to capture large areas of the province, and now, of course, the army moving themselves from two big districts. Now, that opens up Kajaki in northern Afghanistan to a Taliban offensive. Kajaki, very strategic because it is home to the country's largest hydroelectric dam, providing power to Helmand province as well as to neighboring Kandahar province. So that a very difficult. Helmand province, an area where the Taliban grows much of its opium, a very strategic area for the Taliban. Hundreds of U.S. forces are making their way down there to work alongside Afghan security forces to try and move back that Taliban offensive. This all comes one day before we're expecting talks here in Kabul between Afghanistan, Pakistan, the United States, and China. They're trying to build a roadmap to bring Taliban representatives to the peace table, but the Taliban clearly still on the offensive, not only in the south, but in the north. We're getting reports that another power pylon has been blown up by Taliban forces, disrupting power here into Kabul. Power here into the electricity here into the capital has been spotty over the past few weeks because the Taliban had attacked power lines coming in. So even as Afghan security forces secured the area and repaired the two power lines that had been damaged, the Taliban attacking another one. So many Afghans skeptical that any kind of peace process can work against a Taliban that clearly is still intent on fighting.